Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today for you I have a bunch of empties. It's overflowing, it's kind of ridiculous, but that's also because I haven't really done an empties video in a couple weeks, so, because the first week I didn't really have that much to talk about, so I have thoughts. So let's get right into it. Again, if you need Scentsy, or if you have any questions about Scentsy or any of our products, please feel free to email me, reach out. I'll leave my information in the description box below. All right, so first off, we have Cherry Vanilla. This is a Scentsy bar, by the way. It smells like cherries and vanilla like you'd think. I think the notes in the actual description are like white chocolate coated with this and that and the other and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess I kind of get a little bit of a white chocolate note. Is what it is. So how did I do this? Well, I'm actually felt that this is a little bit too sweet for me on its own. So I mixed it at the idea from Miss Lisa Roberry, who I was like, excuse me, you're not supposed to make me like fragrances more than I was like, oh, this was a good past fragrance. And anyway, so now I have to decide if I want to keep more of these in my club. So I mixed it in with cherry limeade, so 1-to-1 in alternating warmers in my main part of my apartment, and it was delicious. And it was cherry-licious and vanilla and fizzy and hint of lime, and it was like, put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. Anyway, so together, this is a really great combination. I don't know if this is going to stay in my club, especially with all the changes happening, but I really like these two together. And I might pick up a couple more bars just to be able to make this combination from time to time. I'm not like a huge cherry fanatic, but this really did some things. And they're both pretty strong scents on their own that last. So when you put them together, it's just like, whoa, the never-ending cherry-inspired overload. All right, that's enough about those. So, got through a bar of Happy Birthday. So a lot of these, just disclaimer, a lot of these will be bring back my bar things because I was like, well, I tested them all out and now I want to finish the bars because I don't want to have a bunch of like half-used bars sitting around. Happy Birthday. It smells like yellow cake with a lot of icing. It's a nice scent. It was really, the first time I warmed it, it was really strong, and then it like futzed out at some point, just completely. It just was like strong, 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 dead. And then the second time I warmed it, it wasn't as strong and in your face, but it lasted forever. I like it. I don't love it. I'm not a huge bakery, sweet smelling sort of person. Like, it's not my vibe. But I would probably pick this over a candy-based scent. I might pick up another bar of this, but from what I understand, a lot of people, it gets voted back fairly frequently, and I don't know. I don't have to have it in my life because I bake cakes, and they smell better than this will ever smell because real cake versus fake smell. But anyways. Moving on. Blueberry Rush. This is another interesting one. This is like tart berries, blueberry, pomegranate, cranberry. Another one I like, but I don't love it. You do get the blueberry, you do get the tart berries. It was very strong the first time I warmed it, and again, the second time I warmed it, I don't know if I was just in a mood or something. It was so subtle to me the second time, and maybe it was just the combination of scents that I had going, or maybe it was just my mood, who knows. It's berries. If you like berries, check it out. All these bars, the Bring Back My Bar ones, are available while supplies last through the end of this month, July. Pick up a bar and try it. It couldn't hurt. It's a good fragrance. It's not like I need to have it in my life. Fresh cut grass is like fresh cut grass. It smells good. It was nice because we've all been quarantined or self-quarantining to stay safe. So it was kind of nice to be like, oh my god, that's what grass smells like. I forgot what outdoors are like. But I don't need it in my life. I mean, it's grass, okay? If you're obsessed with grass, pick some of that up. All right, this is, aside from, I've been warming more than just Scentsy. I warmed a bar of Sea Salt and Lotus from Dee Dee's, this is the Hobby Lobby Darcy and David brand. I like this scent. It's fresh, it's clean, it has like a weird soapy note to me, like soapy. I can't place if it's soapy that I'm smelling or powdery, and that's off throwing it to me because the scent itself is great. It was strong. It lasted like a full day. I was kind of hoping it would last a little bit longer, but then again, these are a lot cheaper than Scentsy, and then I got them on half price, so I think this was like $1.50. They're usually like $3. So for $1.50, I was okay with it lasting me for a day. There's like a strong soapy note. We're gonna go with soapy. But it is a salt. You get the salty, you get the oceany sort of smell to it. I don't know what the exotic florals they're referring to are. It just smells like soap to me. But it's nice. I like it. I wouldn't probably get it again. But I wouldn't be like, oh God, I can't stand the smell. Get it out of my life. That being said, I also warmed peppered agave, and as you can see, I only warmed half of it. So I generally will warm through wax, and even if I'm not like super wild about it, I'll let it run its course, and then I'll just probably gift the rest of the bar to like one of my neighbors or friends who also warms wax. This was one of the other few bars that in the course of my wax warming life, I put it in, I went out to do some errands, I came back, I thought there was something rotting or dying in my apartment. I took out all the trash, it still smelled horrible, and took this promptly out of my warmers, and then the problem was solved. It lives up to its name. I mean, I'm not an agave person, but I assume that the citrusy kind of sweet note is the agave, and then there's the peppered note. I like peppered things. I don't like peppered agave, at least not in wax form. This was borderline, like, I wouldn't say vomit-inducing, but I could not in good faith recommend this scent to anybody, even if you really liked agave or pepper, because they describe it on the box as peppered agave with crisp citrus swirls. They might as well just call this, do you want to vomit later today? Put this in your warmers. All right. The next one I got is sugar. And it's like lemon drops and cotton candy and mystical unicorns and whatever over the rainbow bullshit description. Oops, sorry. Pardon my français. I really like this, but I have like I had a weird like journey to getting to like this. So the first time I warmed it, it was okay. And then I was like, but it teeters off and it kind of does a weird thing. And then the second time I warmed it, because I warmed more cubes of it rather than just the test cube, it was really good, it was okay, and then by the end of the day, it had this weird off scent to me that I just was not, shame on you, that I was just not, doing something for me. It was like, it was good until it got to that point, and then it was really weird, and there's like weird note to it. And then the last 2 cubes I warmed, a couple days ago, and it's still going in my bathroom. Like 2 cubes has lasted 3+ days, and that's without turning the warmers off. And it still smells just as nice as the first day. So it's definitely a powerhouse. I definitely, between this one and Pink Haze, I like this one like miles and leaps and bounds better. And it's funny because I'm like, oh, I don't really like sweet scents. I'm not a bakery person. But I can get behind this one. Because it's not wham in your face, but it's there. So anyways, that's sugar. That was a lot about sugar. Got through Barf Simply Vanilla. They should just call this Your Life is Vanilla if you warm even a cube of this. It's strong, at least for me. I don't know if this is a perfumey or a floral vanilla or a bakery vanilla. I don't know. I don't know if I know the differences off the top of my head. It's a vanilla for sure. I decided like one day, because I was warming like, I think it was birthday cake or something, and I was like, oh, I'll put a cube of vanilla in and make a vanilla cake. And it just became simply vanilla. There was no cake. Happy birthday just ran away. It was in terror. But this is a strong vanilla. Usually I think of vanillas as like something that'll mute the scent or tone it down. This will just overtake most scents that you put it with. So it's good. It's not offered in the catalog. I don't even remember when I got this, but it lives up to its name. There will only be simply vanilla in your nose if you put this in your warmers. Pink Haze. This is the other pink scent. This is like pink berry sort of weird note thing. It's like pink cotton minus the cotton note. Yeah, it didn't do much for me. I wasn't mad about it, but it was forgettable. I think that's my biggest thing. In between this one and Sugar, I like Sugar miles better. So, yeah, it was just forgettable. Anyways, Cashmere. So the first time I warmed it, I liked it. There's a definitely musky note to this. The second time I warmed it, I was like, it's all right. Third time I warmed it, I did like it. And it does last. It's a long performing fragrance. Like, it doesn't lose steam in the midst of its warming process. I think the last 3 cubes that I warmed ended up lasting a good couple days at least. And that's, again, 24/7. I have it in my club right now. Am I in love with this one? Compared to some of the other really awesome scents out there, no. It's a good one. It's not, like, phenomenal in my book. But there are a lot of people who like this one. I mean, there's a lot of people who like all these, otherwise they wouldn't be back as Bring Back My Bars. So, Cashmere. Jumpin' Jelly Bean got through. Well, I almost got through. Fake getting through. It's so nauseatingly candy to me. I mean, it lives up to the jelly bean concept. If this was pear and lemon and not the candied note, I'd probably love this. But I can't get past the jelly bean candy artificial component to it, and it drives me bonkers. So I warmed twice, and then the third time I was just like, I can't do this. So this is going to a friend of mine who loves candy scents. But I ain't gonna warm that again. Grape Granita. I really made a dent with this one. I really got through this one. I can't do it. It's like Welch's grape juice. It's a grape Jolly Rancher. It's like one of my least favorite candy space smells. I don't know. It doesn't do much for me. This was the one that I think when I first put it in my warmers to test for Bring Back My Bar, this was the one that, like, an hour after putting it in all the warmers, I poured it right back out. I can't do it. It's super strong. If you like grape Jolly Ranchers or Welch's grape juice, you'll probably be obsessed with this one because it smells pretty much like that. Not for me. I tried warming through a little bit of bubblegum, and I confirmed my suspicions that I still don't like bubblegum in my house as a scent. Especially not this, like, pink baseball bubblegum smell. Like, if this was spearmint, I would be like, all right, refreshing, spearmint, whatever. I can't. This smells gross to me. It's a terrible description, but I got through it. We'll just call it that. Banana nut bread. Okay, so here, what's interesting. So this is, I have very mixed feelings about this one. There are some people who are like, oh, this is the first that Heidi and Orville did, and it smelled so good, and he thought she was baking real banana bread and whatever. I'm like, I don't know what banana bread she's baking, or if she was using, like, you know, banana runts to make her banana bread. But there is not a real banana scent in here. So if you're looking for our real banana, you're going to find it. The bread note or the butter note or the nut note or whatever that's supposed to be in here as well, you do get that, and that's fairly authentic. When you first start warming this, it kind of annoys me because I can really smell the artificial banana, and I just want it to go away. But like 3 or 4 hours into warming it, when the banana's finally been like, oh, I'm a fruity note that's artificial, and I'm finally just kaputzing, so you can just smell the bread and nutty notes, I actually don't mind it. And I also am super stingy about this because growing up as a child, I used to help my grandmother bake. And one of her big special recipes that was like one of hers was banana cupcakes from scratch. And I tried so desperately to love this. I even mixed it with Happy Birthday to see if I could make like a cupcake scent with the vanillas. It just smells like artificial banana and then like a bread note. So if you like this, good for you. I'm happy for you. I will probably pick up one more bar in a last ditch effort to try to make it smell like what I want it to smell like, but I may just go back to baking the banana cupcakes for my grandma because that's the banana smell I want, banana bakery smell that I'm looking for. And it's authentic and it doesn't smell like banana runs. So that was a long talk about banana nut bread, but I had clearly some deep-rooted issues with it. Beach. I don't know how I got through this. Oh, right, I put it in my roommate's bathroom. This is really strong. It is one of my least favorite beachy smells from Scentsy to date. You get the papaya note, and I think that's what it is. Like, there's a bunch of other things that I don't mind, but there's like a very pungent papaya that they decided to put in here. And some people really like this. I'm of the Rio Beach White Sands Beach Daisy camp, not the weird I shoved papaya up my nose camp. This is like a papaya salad from a Thai restaurant, but not as fresh, with like some weird dusty floral notes. Yeah, I'm glad that one's gone. All right. But on a better Sea Beachy Breeze note, Better Homes and Gardens limited edition Caribbean Sea Breeze is like this beautiful, clean. It just smells like sea salt air, and I am in love with this. It's a clean scent. There's not like sand or florals or a million other things. It's literally like sea salt air. Like you're lying on the beach and just taking a big whiff of fresh sea air. And it's not super pungently strong to irritate your nose. It's like, but it's definitely there and present, and it lasts for the whole day. Oh, it's so good. This one is a winner, and I wish I could put this in a club of some sorts, but the next time I go to Walmart, I'm just going to stock up on this particular one. And I bet you it would mix really well with a lot of other scents because it's such a neutral, clean scent. Okay. Echo, also from Bring Back My Bar. See, it smells so... The empty clamshell smells so good. Here's my problem with this smell. When you first warm it or when it's on cold before it's warmed, it has this really pungent note to it to me that just throws me off. And I usually love cologne-y, masculine, woody, whatever scents. But there's something about the blend to it. That's why I'm going to have to pick another bar or two of this to see how I feel. When you first warm it, it just like has that weird pungency and like a strong soapy note to me. But then after it's been warming for like 4 or 5 hours, it mellows out. It's still strong, but it mellows to what I want it to be when I first warm it, which is what I smell in this empty clamshell, which is just this like amazing cologne smell that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want to smell like this right now. Yeah, so it's weird because, like I said, when you first start warming, for me at least, when you first start warming it, it's weird off-throwing, kind of nose painfully irritating scent, and then it mellows to this amazingly beautiful smell. All right. What else do we have here? I warmed through a tester of Go-Go Mango because I'd never smelled it before. And it's bright, it's sweet. I don't know if I specifically get mango from it. I like it. I don't really love it. It is what it is. Mahalo Coconut. Oh, I didn't even tell you what this is. Mahalo Coconut. This is also... These ones are like retiring for the fall, winter. This is a light coconut, just coconut kind of smell. It's nice. It didn't do a whole lot for me. But it's like a fresh coconut smell. So if you like coconut, maybe try that out. I warmed through a tester of Pink Cotton. And this is berries and laundry, and it's very strange. And I can see where people are like, wow, this is a really unique scent, and oh my god, I love it. Oh! I'm not one of those people. I don't think I like my laundry smelling like sweet berries. It's an interesting combination, and I appreciate the creativity. It's not for me though. However, lavender cotton, which I went through a tester of, I want to eat this. Okay, well, I don't really want to eat it, but it is delicious. You get the smell of the lavender, you get the laundry note. It balances really nicely. It lasts a long time. I may pick up the laundry bundle in this because, oh man, this smells way better than I expected. So that's lavender cotton. I got through a tester of hibiscus pineapple. And you get the I don't know if you get the hibiscus, I guess so. You get like a sort of floral note. You mostly get like a punch of pineapple and then it fizzes out, and then you get the watery, floral, whatever you want to call it, note. It was nice. It was forgettable, honestly. And I didn't feel like it was particularly strong, at least when I was warming it. Granted, it's a tester versus like a bar, but usually where I warm my testers, if I've never tried it before, is in my bathroom because it's a small closed area, and then I can close the doors and the windows and really let the scent just fill the room so I can get an idea of what it's going to smell like. Yeah, this was meh. I went through a tester of caramel sugar cone. And this is what you'd think it would smell like, a caramel sugar cone. It's actually pretty nice. I'm not a huge wax caramel smell person because a lot of times they just smell a little bit too like synthetic to me. Again, it's the baker in me that just doesn't like fake bakery smells. That's why I'm so picky with bakery. I think I ordered a bar of this. It's coming at some point. I like it. I actually want to mix this with a couple other scents that I have to see if I can make some really cool combos, like pistachio ice cream in this. I feel like would be really good. But yeah, we'll see. So I'll let you know how that goes. But I liked it. I warmed through a tester of apple butter frosting, which I had never warmed through. And this is yummy. It kind of reminds me more of fall. It's like a sweet apple with a cinnamon. Basically what I would want an apple butter frosting to smell like. So they really nailed it with this one. I love it. I don't know if I need it in my club. It's a staple that's been around for a while now, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be back in the fall winter. So I'm not gonna add it to my club for that reason, but I think if it was retiring, I would. And this is another one that I want to get a bar or two of, and then mix it with hazelnut frosting, and mix it, I think, Lisa Rowberry is like apple butter frosting, and I think Churro Churro is like heaven on earth or something. So I'll try that at some point too. Rainbows and Butterflies, another tester. I liked it on cold. I didn't like it on warm. It's too fruity for me. It was like strawberries and something and vanilla, and I was like, oh, there's vanilla. It'll kind of mellow it out. It'll be nice. And on cold, you think, oh, kind of subtle. You don't really get the fruit right in your face. And then I warmed it, and I was like, So I don't need rainbows and butterflies in my life, apparently. Sorry. Prickly pear and agave, another tester. This is a nice fresh smell. I like fresh and clean smells, but I have so many other ones that I think are really like just do a magical thing to my nose. This one doesn't do that. It's forgettable. It's nice. I feel like this is along the same lines as sea salt and avocado, but I feel like I like sea salt and avocado better. It's not quite as sweet. But it's a nice scent, and I think it's retiring for the next catalog. So if you want this, or several of the other testers, you may want to pick up a couple bars. All right, and then on an unrelated note, I got through an oil that is not Scentsy. It's called Germ Buster. It's from the brand Plant Life. I'm obsessed with this brand, Plant Life. I don't know why, other than I really love their oils. This one is 100% pure essential oil blend. This contains lavender, niaouli, eucalyptus, pine, tea tree, lemon, and lemon eucalyptus. So basically their little quote for this germ buster is, keep your environment free from germs and viruses the natural way with a synergistic blend of pure therapeutic essential oils known for their antiviral and antibacterial properties. I don't know if all of that stuff is true. I'm sure there's some that support that, or you could think it's all hocus pocus and just pretty sense. That's up to you. But I love this one. It took me forever to get through it, but I especially love this when I'm feeling under the weather. My allergies are kind of kicking in a little bit. I just enjoy this one, and it's a nice scent. Some of the essential oils can smell very pungent. This one doesn't do that, so try it out. I bet you can find this on Amazon or somewhere, but I don't know. And we made it to the bottom of this little box. I should start getting a bigger box for these because it clearly doesn't hold all the things that I have to go through. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for sticking around and listening to me prattle on. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking the video and subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and it makes me feel good. And eventually, you know, it would be nice if I could like have enough subscribers to have YouTube, you know, give me like 5 cents for every video or something. I don't know what they do. Anyways, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.